Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. In this video we are going to practice using the present tense of Spanish stem changing verbs. In particular, we are going to look at the pattern O to UE. In the present tense for stem changing verbs there are three main patterns. This is the second of the patterns that I've covered, so there is a separate video for the other two. If you're working on your stem changing verbs and you want to be sure to cover all the patterns, go back to my channel homepage and you can find the other two videos and watch those as well to get a good overview of all of the different types of stem changing verbs in the present tense in Spanish. Be sure that you've studied the topic in your textbook. Remember, there's also a grammar tutorial video to watch. If you're joining us from outside of the class and you don't have any materials, just Google stem changing verbs in Spanish and you'll find some great YouTube videos that explain how they work. When you're ready to practice what you've learned, then come here. That's what this video is for, so we're going to practice. So let's take a look at one of the stereotypical stem changing verbs of the O to UE pattern. And that verb is dormir, which is to sleep. So what happens with dormir when you conjugate it, the O changes to a UE in all of the forms except for the nosotros and the vosotros forms. In those two forms, there is no stem change, so you just see the O. But in all the other forms, you see where the O changes to UE, and that's why we call it a stem changing verb, because when you remove the ending, the IR ending, what you're left with is the stem, and the stem will change in some of the forms. Okay, so let's go ahead and start the practice. The first thing we want to say is, I sleep a lot, mucho. So this is a standard activity that you'll find in many college Spanish textbooks where you see a subject pronoun and you see the infinitive and you have to conjugate it. So can you guess the answer? I sleep a lot. ¿Cómo se dice? Duermo mucho. Duermo mucho. I sleep a lot. Remember, this also means I sleep a lot, I do sleep a lot, I am sleeping a lot. Present tense can have one of three meanings. Okay, so on to the next one. How would you ask someone, do you sleep a lot? Using the familiar you, someone you know well. Do you sleep a lot? What would the question be in Spanish? ¿Cómo se dice en español? Duermes mucho. ¿Duermes mucho? ¿Duermes mucho? Do you sleep a lot? Duermes mucho. She sleeps very little. Poco is very little or a little. Ella duerme poco. Ella duerme poco. She sleeps very little. Ella duerme poco. We sleep until 9. We do sleep until 9. We are sleeping until 9. Dormimos hasta las 9. Dormimos hasta las 9. Again, we sleep until 9. We do sleep until 9. We are sleeping until 9. How would you say they sleep late? They do sleep late. They are sleeping late. Ellos duermen tarde. Ellos duermen tarde. They sleep late, they do sleep late, they are sleeping late. Ellos duermen tarde. Okay, once you know how to conjugate dormir, then it's just a matter of learning or memorizing the other O to UE stem changers. And here's a list of some of the other most common O to UE stem changers. So we have poder, to be able to. Notice the O to UE, puedo, puedes, puede, podemos, podéis, pueden. Volver is to return or to come back. So we have vuelvo, vuelves, vuelve, volvemos, volvéis, vuelven. Morir, to die. Muero, mueres, muere, morimos, morís, mueren. Encontrar, which means to meet up with or to find, encuentro, encuentras, encuentra, encontramos, encontráis, encuentran. And then contar, contar means to count. So we have cuento, cuentas, cuenta, contamos, contáis, cuentan. So once you've memorized all these verbs, then you know all of the most common O to UE stem changers in the present tense. And that's it. It's just a matter of practice. Remember, if you didn't get them all right in the practice part of the video, go back to the beginning of that part and keep playing it until you're able to guess the answer before I show it to you. And once you're able to do that, then you've really learned something. All right, that's it for this video. Hasta luego.